And good afternoon, one and all. It's time once again for Strat-O-Matic Baseball 1966 full season replay, game 585. We're going to pick up where we left off yesterday and complete the doubleheader. Kansas City Athletics at Chicago White Sox. Right-hander Ralph Terry will take the mound for Kansas City, and lefty Juan Pizarro for Chicago. Third game of a three-game set. The White Sox going for the sweep today. Kansas City on a three-game losing streak. Let's see who's with us today. First, want to welcome in Frank. In his pre-play, it was all Kansas City, 11-3. I've got my coffee. Let's take a look at the starting pitchers for today's game. Ralph Terry, since coming over to Kansas City, Terry is 2-1 with a fine 3.06 ERA, 6 starts, 12 relief appearances, 50 innings of work. Did he pitch for somebody else? Let me take a look at Terry. Nope, I was mistaken. It seems like he did. Welcome, Ernest Cruz. Ernest, have you been here before? It seems that you have at least once. Anyway, welcome into the chat. I gotta look at Terry for a minute here. I could swear he pitched for somebody else. Looks like he did. I think he pitched in the National League. Or he will. No, he has not yet pitched for the Mets. So at some point, Ralph Terry will wind up on the Mets. Yeah, because I think I used my favorite quote before, which your name reminds me of. Pizarro, very good card, but he's having an off season so far in the replay. He's 3-2, but the ERA a bit high at 4.41. 5 starts, 4 relief appearances, just 33 innings of work so far, although he's only given up 3 home runs. And a very pleasant good afternoon to Mike C. The quote, Ernest, is, "My ex-wife knows that I'm always frank and earnest with women. Frank when I'm in Chicago and earnest when I'm in New York." That might be it, Ernest. Terry was a Yankee once. But he does do double duty this year. At some point he'll be traded to the Mets. So there's your starting pitchers. Early start today with 2 playoff games on TV. And let's go ahead and get you that Kansas City lineup. Very similar to yesterday. Campy Campaneris leads off at shortstop. Jim Gosker in left field. Mike Hirschberger in right. Danny Cater is at third base. Dick Green, team RBI leader Dick Green, moves up to the 5 spot. Ken Harrelson gets the start at first. Joe Nosek is the center fielder, and Ken Suarez will catch the nightcap of the doubleheader. Terry, of course, hitting 9th. And Mike filling in the blanks for us here. Terry will be purchased by the Mets on August the 6th. So that's quite a ways off in this replay. And Ernest pointing out that Gosker was an original Expo. Do you guys think Montreal will get a team again? I kind of think they will. There is definitely going to be at least a 2-team expansion. That much we know for certain. It's just a matter of when and where. It looks like Nashville, a front runner as well. Also in the running, Salt Lake City and Portland. Also, we don't know what's going to happen with the A's. I kind of think Vegas won't happen. So that'll be kind of interesting to follow. Okay, here's the umpires for today's contest. Al Salerno calling the balls and strikes, Marty Springstead at first base, Ed Runge at second, and Red Flaherty, who was the home plate umpire yesterday, he moves down to third base. Play ball! All right. Pizarro ready to go to work. Here's Campaneris. Campy hitting .269. 1 home run, 23 RBIs. The left-hander into the windup on a 1-7 lefty. Ground ball to third base. Buford gloves it, throws just in time to nip the speedy Campaneris, and we are underway. For the White Sox, John Romano is going to Iron Man it and catch both games of the doubleheader. Frank says North Carolina's in the mix. Here's Jim Gosker now. Where is Gosker's stats? Oh my God, he's at the bottom. He's 1 for 11 with Kansas City. That's right, he was traded as well. So let's look at Gosker's overall numbers here. Let me pull it up on the computer. Gosker on the season, 180 in 133 at-bats, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, left-handed hitter. Pizarro with a 4.8 left-handed, and he rips that one into the left center gap. Double to 9, and Gosker in the throw. It is a double. A 1-out double for Gosker off of the left-hander. I'm going to look at Pizarro's card here for a second. Pizarro slightly backwards, so that shouldn't be all that surprising. And hey, there's Texas Huntsman. Have not seen you in a while. Good to see you again. Alrighty, runner at second, 1 down. Up steps Mike Hirschberger. Hirschberger at .261. 1 home run, 22 RBIs. Pizarro checks the runner. Now comes to the plate, 2-8 lefty. Fly ball to straightaway center. Tommy Agee drifting over and puts it away. Looks like the rookie center fielder from the White Sox will garner some Gold Glove support this year. And here's the third baseman, Danny Cater. Cater hitting just .203, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. The pitch from Pizarro on a 2-6. He lines that one into right for a base hit. They're waving Gosker home, and he will score. And Kansas City's on the board, 1-0. An RBI single from Danny Cater. Cater not a threat to run. In fact, looking at Pizarro with a -5 hold, it's going to be tough to run on the White Sox today, even with a +1 catcher. Here's Dick Green now at .261, 3 home runs and a team-leading 34 RBIs. Pizarro out of the stretch on a 3-9. Grounder to short. Elia has to charge it. Throws on the run in time. Lee Elia, of course, player of the game in the opener. Athletics get a run on 2 hits and leave a man, and after half, it's Kansas City 1, Chicago coming to bat against Ralph Terry. And here's the lineup for the White Sox. Very similar to the first game. Tommy Agee leads off in center field. Don Buford at third base. Tommy McCraw batting third. He'll play first base. John Romano will do the catching and hit cleanup. Floyd Robinson is in right field. Jerry Adair at second base. Lee Elia, the shortstop. And Ken Berry getting the start in left field. Pizarro, the pitcher, hits ninth. Terry, the right-hander, ready to go to work. AG to lead it off. Tommy hitting .261, 5 home runs, 24 RBIs. The right-hander into the windup. It's a 4-7 righty, and hard ground ball through the 6th hole and into left field for a leadoff single. The speedy AG aboard. Let's check the Kansas City battery. +1 hold for Terry. Suarez with a terrible arm, +3, so a +4 battery. In direct contrast to the White Sox battery, AG at 20 held on at 18, and with Buford steps to the plate, he's going to roll for the lead. Don Buford is batting .246, 4 home runs, 28 RBIs. AG needs 2 through 6, 11 or 12. 8, he does not get it. On the back number, he is 19 -4. He's still a 15 on the back number. The pitch to Buford. There goes AG. The throw down, he's stolen it. So another stolen base on the back number. We had one yesterday. And for AG, that's his 17th steal of the year. He's only been caught once. Next pitch to Buford. 2-7 righty, just outside ball 4. I'm amazed at how often that occurs. You steal a base and the next batter walks, making the stolen base moot. Okay, here's Tommy McCraw. McCraw hitting an even 200, 1 home run, 11 RBIs. McCraw squares to bunt. He's an A on a 9, and that's going to get the job done. Third baseman has to take it. And on the sacrifice, both runners move up. John Romano steps to the plate, the cleanup man and right-handed hitting catcher, hitting .252, 5 home runs, 22 RBIs. Early in the game, we're going to roll for infield in or back. It will be back. Welcome in Joel Horland. McCraw went to Venice High School. Wow. I actually lived in Venice for several months. That's right, not even a year. The pitch to John Romano, 6'5", right-handed. That's driven deep to left field. That's going to be over Gosker's head, and it is off the wall for a double. Here comes AG to score. Buford will score, and on an RBI 2-run double, actually a 2 RBI 2-run double from Romano, the White Sox take the lead 2-1. Hello, Kathy Harden. Trivia, top of the third. Players and presidents. We'll look forward to that. You know, I'm going to Texas Huntsman. Let's take a look at that. I actually think that so far, they're among the leaders in team pitching. Let's see if that's true or not. No, they're not. Sorry. Team ERA, Minnesota, Washington, Chicago, Baltimore, Cleveland, Kansas City is in 6th, but 3.59, and the league ERA is 3.73. So they're still better than average. Floyd Robinson will be the batter with a man at second and 1 away. Robinson, 261, 5 home runs, and a team-leading 31 RBIs. Terry's pitch is a 2-4 righty. He pops him up left side. Campaneris will take it. And that's the second out. Jerry Adair will be the hitter now. Adair 6 for 17 since coming over to Chicago. That's a 3.53 average. The windup down the pitch is a 2-9. He drives at least a run-scoring single, triple to 3, and it's going to be a 2-star single for Adair, and that makes it 3-0 as Romano scores. So Jerry Adair has been a welcome addition to this White Sox team, that's for sure. And here's yesterday's player of the game, Lee Elia. Elia, 22 for 78, that's a 282 average, that's taking over the shortstop position. Terry's pitch on a 2-8 righty. Comebacker. Terry fields it, throws to Harrelson, and that'll do it. But the Sox jump on Terry for 3 runs on 3 hits and leave a man. And after 1 inning, it's 3-1 Chicago. It is 3-1. And to your point, Frank, Terry does not have a good card. That much I will definitely admit. Okay, 2nd inning. Frank, is that for everybody? I'm not sure I understand the question. Who's 21? Yeah, catfish, a 20-year-old catfish hunter was not the catfish yet. As Juan Pizarro takes the mound for the 2nd, Ken Harrelson will lead things off. The Hawk batting .234, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. 6'9" right-handed. He rips that one into left center. Double to 13. That is going to be a double for Harrelson. One thing's for sure, Texas Huntsman and everyone. So far in my replay, this Kansas City team has overachieved. And they've been a lot of fun. Oh, what's the longest I lived in one location? Do you mean one apartment or one town? I mean, I've been in Spokane 36 years now. That's by far the longest. One apartment, I was at my last apartment 23 years. The clear winner. Not even close. Probably still be there if a truck hadn't crashed into my living room 2.5 years ago. Here's Nostic now. Nostic just at 198, no home runs. Pizarro with the pitch. It's a 5-6 righty. Grounded to short, Elia will take it, looks the runner back, and throws him out. Here's the catcher, Ken Suarez, the backup catcher, hitting .210, 13 for 62, but he has drawn 19 walks. Giving Suarez, I'm just curious about this now, a .395 on base percentage. Very impressive, especially when you look at the card. Pizarro, the left-handed pitcher, delivers 6-7 right-handed, grounder to second base X. That's the slick fielding Adair. 2E18, here's the play. On a 20, he's got it, throws him out as Harrelson takes third. 2 down runner at third. Ralph Terry will be the hitter. Right-handed hitter. Pizarro with a 1-5. Grounder to short. Elia scoops it up and throws him out. No runs a hit, a man left for Kansas City. Not to worry, Ernest. I had excellent renter's insurance. Ended up with a much nicer apartment. It was stressful at the time, but at the end of the day, it was all for the best. Ken Berry will start it off for the White Sox as we move to the bottom of the second. Berry hitting .344 on the season in 90 at-bats. Berry with the windup and the pitch. It's a 4-7. Berry grounds one through the 6th hole and into left field for a leadoff single. Now with a +4 battery, we have a 19 held at 17. Unfortunately for Berry, that 7 and 8 automatic caught will deter him from rolling for the lead. Here's Pizarro, a left-handed hitter, a B bunter. Kansas City bringing the infield in. He lays it down as a C. On a 3C, he beats it out. Holy cow, it's an infield bunt single for Pizarro. And everything so far going Chicago's way in this series. Juan Pizarro beats out a bunt, and it's first and second, nobody out for the leadoff man, Tommy Agee. There's Astros Reefer. There's another face we haven't seen in a while. Well, not a face, but you know what I mean. Suarez out to the mound already trying to settle Terry down. He's already allowed 5 hits in this game. Here comes the pitch to Tommy Agee on a 4-7. Agee single into left field. Berry can try to score on that. 15, Gosker a 0. Whew, that's a tough one. Agee would certainly move up. They're going to cut that off. Berry will score on the RBI single. They'll hold Pizarro to second, Agee to first. That also takes the stolen base away from Agee with Pizarro running in front of him. Three straight hits to lead off the second, and there's action already in the Kansas City pen. Let me take a look at this. This early in the game, we may be forced into a computer-only card situation as the left-hander Guido Grilli begins to throw. Alongside him, righty Jim Dixon. Buford will be the batter, first and second, nobody out. Terry into the windup. The pitch to Buford on a 6-5. High fly ball to deep right field. Hirschberger turns around and watches it fly. And Don Buford has just busted this game wide open with a 3-run shot. Pizarro and Agee scoring ahead of him. 3 big ribeye steaks for Buford. And for Buford, that is his 5th home run of the season and makes the score 7-0. And here comes dark, and that's going to do it for Terry, who just doesn't have it today. Left, right, left, left. They're going to go to Grilli. Just 1+ for Terry. 7 hits. 7 runs. A walk and no strikeout. So basically a total shellacking for Terry. And we've got a blowout. We were doing so well. Well, they can't all be close. 7-1. Thank you, Frank. I stand corrected. Let's take a look at Grilli's numbers. A computer-only card, I doubt he's pitched much. In fact, This is his first appearance of 66. Let's take a look at his real life numbers. He pitched only 5 innings. Excuse me. No, it's not his first appearance. Well, that's interesting. I have him here as working 5 innings. He worked 20 innings on the season. He must have been traded. Well, somebody can help me figure that one out. Oh, yeah, he was with Boston. It says right there. This is his first appearance for Kansas City. He's pitched to the left-handed McCraw. 6'4" lefty, grounder third base X. Tough chance for Danny Cater, a 421. And here's the play on the error range. A 9 on a 21. He should make that and does. Nice play by Cater. That's the first out of the inning. And here's the catcher, John Romano. Romano doubled in a pair in the first, came around to score himself. Grilly, 111 to the lefty, grounds it to first. Harrison will take it. Underhands to Grilly, 2 down. And here's Floyd Robinson now. Grilly is the windup and the pitch on a 1-9 lefty. Routine grounder to second, that's Dick Green. And Grilly comes in and retires 3 straight. 4 big ones for the White Sox, however, on 4 hits. The big blow, a 3-run blast by Don Buford. And after 2 innings, 7-1 White Sox. No, Astros, don't think that. Kansas City sends up the top of the order. Thank you, Mike C. Came over in the trade with Gosker and Sanders. And that was Grilly's only big league season. And top of the third, we got the trivia question here for Kathy Harden. This player shares the same last name as our 7th president. He had 1 MVP award and hit 5 home runs in a World Series. Five home runs in a World Series. Oh, I think Ernest is onto something. Bingo. Hot Dog Jackson. All right, top of the third for Kansas City. Campaneris. Pizarro into the windup. That's a 6'7" right-handed grounder, second base X. That's going to be Jerry Adair once again, 218. To his left on a 14. He's got it and throws him out. Nice play, Adair. Here's Gosker, doubled and scored in the first. Pizarro's pitch is a 1-8 left-handed, struck him out. So Pizarro with a 6-run lead, he's coming right after him now, and with 2 down, here's Hirschberger. The windup and the pitch on a 1-7 pops him up left side. Elia will take it, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Juan Pizarro. Hello, Bill. Yes, and the prankster, Jay Johnstone. Okay, Grilly got 3 quick outs. Let's see how far he can go. He's rated only 2 for relief endurance, so this is his first inning of potential fatigue. Facing Jerry Adair. Here's the windup and the pitch to Adair on a 2-5. Liner to short, single on a 1 only, and Campy makes the catch. That'll bring up the shortstop, Lee Elia. Grilly gets the sign. 4-6 righty, he walks him. 1 out walk to Elia, no threat to run. And Ken Berry will be the hitter. Berry's been lobbying for more playing time. Grilly out of the stretch. 6-4 righty, grounder to third base X. Cater will be tested again, 421. Here's the play on a 3. He's not going to get that. That's a single into right, and Elia all the way to third. With the White Sox threatening again in the bottom of the third. Runners at the corners, 1 down. And here's the pitcher, Pizarro. Pizarro, a left-handed hitter. One more hitter walk will fatigue Grilly. Here's the pitch on a 4-9 left-handed. Fly ball to center. It's a high, shallow ball to center. Nosek comes in and makes the catch, and the runners will have to hold. On a fly ball C. And here's Tommy Agee. The pitch from Grilly is a 5-7, and that's going to be a double to 6. 2 runs will score on the play. It is a 2-star single. Scoring is Elia, scoring is Berry, and the route is on. That will knock Grilly out of the game. Let's see who's next. It's going to be Jim Dixon. Dixon has been in 2 games, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, so a 1.80. Score now 9-1, and the batter is Buford. Well, we're going to have to find some entertainment here today. Oh, wait, Barry was on first. Thank you, Mike. Oh, I have my pegs in the wrong spot. Barry's at third. So it's 8-1. First and third, 2 down, and here's Buford. Dixon ready to work now. Here's the pitch on a 6-8 lefty. Flies it the other way to left field. Camped under it is Gosker, and that'll do it. White Sox pick up another run on 2 hits and leave a pair. That's better. Hi, Larry. Let's see what I got for you. Well, I've got a few pictures of people from the chat up in my, if you go to my main page and scroll all the way to the bottom under posts, I'm sure Dan Port's picture will come as no surprise to anyone who knows Dan. So if you have a picture and you want it posted, send it to me. Hello, Unmitigated. Kansas City, it looks like they're going to be swept, barring a miracle. Well, I guess we knew it couldn't last all year, right? Cater, Green, and Harrelson do. Kathy has a next question, top of the 5th. Anyone else wants to take their shot with a trivia question? I'll tell you what, this would be sure a good day to do it. We're kind of going through the motions here in the game at this point. 8-1 White Sox. Pizarro pitching to Cater. The pitch is a 6-8 right-hand. That's a routine grounder to third. Buford has it, throws to McCraw. That'll bring up Dick Green. Pizarro with the wind-up and the pitch. It's going to be a 1-8 lefty. Comebacker, Pizarro gloves it, throws to first, quickly 2 down. And here's Ken Harrelson, doubled his first time up. Pizarro into the windup. 3-4 lefty. He struck him out. Pizarro now is retired 9 in a row. You know what I really need with my terrible memory? Let's see if I have something. I need something to remind me when the trivia question's coming. Texas is calling the comeback now. At this point, Kansas City simply trying not to use up any of their good innings, if you know what I mean. It's the heart of the order for the Sox. Tom McCraw, 0 for 1, will start it off. The right-hander into the windup. The pitch is a 6-4, grounder to short X. That's Elia. A 3E40. Nope, sorry, that's not Elia. That's Campy, a 323 on a 7. And he makes the play and throws him out. Here's Romano now, 1 for 2. RBI 2-run double in the first. Dixon into the windup, 6-3 righty. It's a fly to right field X. That's Hirschberger, a very good outfielder. 2E8. He's on the move on a 3 and he can't get it. It drops in for a base hit. Romano aboard with his second hit of the afternoon, and here's Floyd Robinson. Dixon from the stretch. 6-9 lefty. That's a high fly ball to right. That's going to be over Hirschberger's head. Wait a second. 6-9 lefty. Over his head. He's headed for third. Scoring is Romano. Slides into third with an RBI triple. Well, there's your triple. It's 9-1. And here's Jerry Adair. Infield in. 1-7 righty. Fly ball to left field. B ? Gosker makes the catch. That's Robinson, 14-16. He's going to tag. The throw to the plate. He's in there. Sac fly to left for Adair. Robinson scores. And it's 10-1. Two away, here's Lee Elia. The pitch from Dixon on a 3-8 liner right into the glove of Cater. That ends the fourth. 2 more for the White Sox on 2 hits, nobody left. 10-1 blowout after 4 innings of play. All right, Kathy Harden, you're up. When we come back, Pizarro will be in his first endurance inning. He's only a 5. That's an easy one, Kathy. Yep. Our 39th president and a Hall of Fame catcher, 2-time MVP Expos Nets. I think Hall of Fame catcher alone would have done it. Welcome in, Madden. Welcome to Blowout Thursday. Peanut Man and the Kid. That's beautiful, Ernest. Bottom third for Kansas City. Here's Joe Nosek now as we go to the fifth. Pizarro gets the sign. The windup and the pitch is a 4-9 righty. Base hit into left field. Joe Nosek with the leadoff single, and the batter's Ken Suarez. From the stretch on a 5-7, fly ball to straightaway center. That's Tommy Agee. He puts it away. Agee gliding to the ball just makes it look so easy out there. Kansas City will pinch hit for Dixon. So Grilly went 1 2/3. Dixon 1 1/3. Now what do we got? Who has the innings? Jim Nash will be coming on. Bill has one. Sticking with the uncarded theme, Ernie Fazio is going to pinch hit for Kansas City. He actually pinch hit in this game in real life. Fazio on the season, just 2 for 12 with a walk. Frank, if I had to draft one player, it would be Bobby Witt. Oh, it has to be one of those too. Oh, well, then I'd take Scooble. Here's Fazio, 1 down. Pizarro out of the stretch. It's a 1-6 lefty. Struck him out. Oh, cool. You're in a keeper league. So it's a redraft. They put through 2 teams into the pool, and you 2 guys are drafting from that. Vlad's great, but I mean, it's not that hard to find a first baseman that can hit. Because you can play a 4 there. It's not, you know what I mean. Much harder to find an ace pitcher. And heck, Scooble, one of the 2 best in the game, along with Skeens. 2 down, here's Campy. Pizarro into the windup. 5-5, swung on and missed, strike 3. We're halfway through in a blowout here. 10-1 White Sox. Man, you do have a glut at short. Okay, Dixon's out. It's going to be Nash. Jim Nash, the right-hander, coming on to pitch for the Athletics. Nash has had a splendid season. 1-0, 1.85 in 11 appearances. He's worked 24 1/3 innings in those 11 appearances, serving mostly as a multi-inning guy. And he'll be facing Berry, Pizarro, and Agee. Berry 2 for 2. Hang on. Here comes Bill's question, which I missed. Canada 24 Prime Minister. Oh, here it is. Canada's 22nd Prime Minister and an MVP National Leaguer. Mike gets it. Nash ready to go to work. Here's the pitch to Ken Berry on a 2-4 high fly ball to left field, backing up Gosker. 1-6, and Gosker makes the catch at the wall. Here's Pizarro, a 2 left-handed hitter. 4-8 lefty, fly to center field, easy play for Nosek, and he puts it away for the second out. Larry's got one. Here, let's let Agee bat and I'll read it. Agee's 3 for 3 with a steal. 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Nash with the windup on the pitch on a 6-7. He walks him. -2 hold. +3 arm, so 18 held at 16. Leading by 9. We're going to do the gentlemanly thing and not try to steal. Buford will swing away. 3-4 right-handed. He flies it the opposite way to left. Gosker settling under it now. And that'll wrap up the top of what? Oh. Sorry about that. Fly to left. Buford retired, and that's the bottom of the 5th. No runs, no hits, a man left. Get in the game, Steve. Here we go. A president and an outfielder with the California Angels. Alex Johnson. The middle name, Larry's question, another president related. Which of the Hall of Famer has the same middle name of 2 U.S. presidents? Oh, I'll never get that. No, there is another. Gosker leading off the 6th. Second endurance inning for Pizarro as he goes into the windup. It's a 3-3 lefty. Grounder to second, scooped up by Adair, who throws him out. And Pizarro just on cruise control now as Mike Hirschberger steps to the plate. The windup on the pitch is a 5-7 right-handed fly ball to center field. Agee backing up a bit and pulls it in. And here's Cater, 1 for 2. The pitch from Pizarro is a forced 8 right-handed. Cater goes the other way with it and dunks it in front of Robinson in right. And Danny Cater has his second hit of the day. Here's Dick Green, 0 for 2. Pizarro from the stretch. It's a 6-10 right-handed. Fly to right. Robinson settling under it, and that will do it for the Athletics in the 6th. I'm out of this one, Larry. I doubt if I could even think of anybody's middle name right now. In fact, I'm not even sure what mine is. Hello there, Mangler. All right, bottom of the 6th, heart of the order for the White Sox. Here's Tommy McCraw. And Bill gets it. Nash into the windup. Pitch to Tommy's a 3-3. Ground ball to second, scooped up by Dick Green, who throws him out. Here's Romano now, 2 for 3. Nash with the windup and the pitch on a 5-7 right-handed high fly ball to left. Gosker backs up and makes the catch. Double 1-7. 2 down, here's Floyd Robinson. 6-2 left-handed, fly to left field X, that's Gosker again. Gosker, a good outfielder, 2-3. On his horse now on a 1, and he can't get it. It drops in and rolls to the wall, and Robinson in standing with a 2-out double. So the normally rangy Gosker, unable to get to that one. Now look at Jerry Adair to the plate. Adair 1 for 2 with a sac fly, 2 RBIs. Nash's pitch is a 5-8 right-handed grounder to second base X. That's Green. Green at 219. Ranges behind the bag. Error range 7 on a 19. He's there to make the play and throws him out. Excellent play by Dick Green to retire the side. No runs, a hit, a man left, and we go to the 7th in a 10-1 blowout. Oh, Larry, I had the question all wrong in the first place. I thought you meant the same middle name as the president's middle name. Here's a good one from Bill related to this game. The Orioles traded for Don Buford after the '67 season. Name the Hall of Famer they traded to get him. Yep. And thus began the Mark Belanger era. Okay, 7th inning, Mookie waiting in the cheap seats. Here's Ken Harrelson to lead it off. Pizarro into the windup. 6-5 right-handed grounder shortstop X. Tough chance for Elia, a 340. Lee into the hole. On a 3, he's not going to get that. That's a base hit. Here's Nosek now, 1 for 2. Pizarro from the stretch, 1-8 lefty, hard grounder to short. Elia shovels it to Adair, on to McCraw, 6-4-3, double play. 2 down, nobody on. Here's Ken Suarez. The pitch is a 6-5 righty, another grounder to short X. It's all Lee Elia this inning. 340 on a 4. He can't get that one. That's a base hit. Now 1 more hit or walk will fatigue Pizarro, and Kansas City's going to go to the bench. Looking for a long man here. John Buzzhart's going to be warming. No, wait a minute. Wrong team, Steve. Man, this is brutal. Let's see what else I can pull up for them. Here we go. I've never done this before, but I'm going to use a computer-only player that I don't even have a card made for. Vern Handrahan. Well, he's not out yet. Mostly lefties on the bench. Ozzy Chavaria will be the batter. Chavaria hitting .273 on the year, 1 home run. Runner on first, 2 down. Here comes Pizarro's pitch on a 2-8 lefty. He struck him out. Down goes Chavaria, down goes Kansas City. As we stretch, well, you know what the score is. Well, I'll consider that, Larry. I've already written in Handrahan. He gives up a lot of walks. Handrahan's numbers in real life, 0-1, 4.26. He did work 25 innings that season. He had 1 start. And he had 1 save. So at some point, he's going to get a start. We're going to take a little break here anyway. I should say, this morning I've been dreading this, but I finally had to download and install Windows 11. There's no longer any support for Windows 10, and it went flawlessly. I was really dreading it. Okay, new. Except I gotta get used to this. Now I can't find my download file. Where am I gonna put it? Of course. I may not be doing this. Your screenshot thing. Bear with me. All right, let's try this. See, now you don't have the down. Oh, I've already found something I don't like about Windows 11. I spoke too soon. We're going to take a look at Mookie here in a second. Okay, where are my pictures? Anyone want to fire up some trivia? Oh, good gravy. Are you serious? All right, let's take a look at Mookie. Yeah, I can't get to the folders the way I used to. There's the Mook. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to print up a card for Handrahan. There's the Mook. What's up, Mookie? Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Wow. Okay, he's out of it. He's taking all the squeak out of that one. There it is. He's not going after it. He's not going after it. What are you messing with me for? Hello? All right. I guess I figured it out. Now, if you ask me if I could do that again, I don't know. I mean, I guess so. I suppose if you did it once, you can do it again, right? And what? Well, this is not going to do. Well, we've got nothing but problems today. It would appear that I need a new color ink cartridge. Well, like Rosanna, Banana Dana, whatever said, if it's not one thing, it's something else. And of course, the lights being what they are, Vern Hanrahan eventually appears. But I'm going to have to pull him up. On my computer, because you can hardly read this. You can see the walks, I guess. So Nash goes 2, and it's the 5th pitcher of the day for Kansas City. It's kind of readable. Yeah, not really. Alrighty, well, I guess I got to go to Staples. Elia, Berry, and Pizarro here in the bottom of the 7th in a blowout. I'm surprised anybody's left. The diehards hanging in. The right-handed pitcher delivers the pitch on a 3-10 grounder down to third. That's that's Cater throwing him out. Ken Berry will be the batter. Hanrahan into the windup. 5-8 right-handed. That is a high fly ball to deep left field. Homer to 16. Back is Gosker. Off. Makes the catch at the wall. The Jim Gosker robs Ken Berry of a homer, and here's the left-handed hitting Pizarro. The pitch from Hanrahan on a 3-5 grounder to short, scooped up by Campaneris, and how about that? It's a 1-2-3 inning for Hanrahan. A Ballantine blast. We've got another one from Kathy here. 17th President, Hall of Fame pitcher, 1 World Series, 2 MVP, 3 Triple Crowns, 417 wins. It has to be the big train. All right, let's knock this one out, guys. I dinked around enough making that totally unacceptable card. Top of the order, here's Campaneris. Pizarro with the windup and the pitch, 2-4 lefty. He flies it to right field. Robinson is there and puts it away. Here's Gosker now, 1 for 3 today. The left-hander winds and deals, 4-5. He hits it the other way to left. There's Barry, and he makes the grab for out number 2. Pizarro just throwing him right up there now. Here's the pitch for Hershberger. 5-4, fly to center field X. That's the Gold Glover AG, a 1E8 on his horse. On an 11, error range, it's a 5 on an E8. And that's going to be a 2-base error on AG. First error in what has been a flawless game. And for Ken Berry, not Ken Berry. For Tommy Agee, that's just his 3rd error of the season. Runner at second, 2 down. Here's Cater. The pitch from Pizarro. 3-5 left-handed. He bangs that into right field for a base hit. Triple to 2. That's going to be a base hit scoring Hershberger. So Cater, his 3rd hit of the day. An RBI single makes it 10-2. And with 2 down, the batter is Dick Green. Pizarro stares in to get the sign. Here's the pitch on a 4-6 right-handed, and he walks him. Now he is fatigued. Any thoughts, gang? If not for the error, he'd be out of this inning. With an 8-run lead, I'm inclined to let him face Harrelson. Out to the mound is Romano. Pizarro wants to stay in. Pizarro does not have a complete game yet this season. And they're going to let him pitch to Hawk Harrelson. Here we go. The pitch on a 4-7, single into right field, all the way to third goes Green. So Pizarro out there pitching on fumes now, and here's Joe Nosek. I normally don't do this, but here's the pitch to Nosek. 6-6, he pops him up left side. Elia makes the play. And he gets out of that with just 1 unearned run scoring. So a run, 2 hits, 2 left. There was an error. Whoops, Cater scored. Excuse me. God, I'm a mess today. 2 outs, 2 base error, RBI single, walk. Harrelson single. So they scored 2, is that right? Both runs unearned. I don't know why I'm so confused here. Does that look right, somebody? Ten to 3 is the score now. We're gonna let Handrahan pitch another inning. Here's Agee. The pitch on a 3-9 struck him out. Buford batting lefty. Here's Handrahan's delivery on a 6-4 left-handed grounder to short X. That's a tough chance for Campaneris. 3-23. Here's the play on a 6. He's there and throws him out. Nice play, Campaneris. 2 away, and it's Tommy McCraw. Handrahan gets the sign. 5-4 left-handed is a catcher's card X. That's Suarez. Suarez a 4E16 on a 4. Pop out to the catcher, and that'll do it. 6 up, 6 down for Vern Handrahan. Wow. I've got to put that aside to remind myself I've got to reprint that card now that I have it on my computer. And a fatigued Pizarro coming out for the 9th. John Buzzhart gets up and starts tossing again in the White Sox pen. It'll be Suarez, a pinch hitter, and Campaneris. Pizarro gets the sign. There's the pitch to Suarez on a 5-7. Fly ball to straightaway center. Agee drifts over and puts it away. Pinch hitting time for Kansas City. And it's going to be Roger Repos. Pizarro's pitch to Repos on a 3-6. Struck him out. And Kansas City down to their last out. And it's Campaneris. Pizarro towing the rubber, gets the sign, the pitch. 3-9 left-handed, routine grounder to short, gobbled up by Elia, and that's going to do it. So Pizarro, running on fumes, finishes the job. 10-3 is the final. Totals in a moment. Pizarro, of course, the winning pitcher, improves to 4-2 in 9 innings of work. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. 3 runs, only 1 earned. He walked only 1. And struck out 4, 5, 6. For these guys, Grilly gave up 2 hits and a run. Walked 1, no strikeouts. Dixon in 1 1/3. 2 hits and a run. No walks, no strikeouts. Nash in his 2. 1 hit, no runs. Walked 1, no strikeouts. And Handrahan, 6 up, 6 down. 1 strikeout. Is that the debut of Handrahan? Does anybody know? I've never heard of him. Hang on a second, I'm getting into it. Suddenly I'm obsessed with this Vern Handrahan. No, he pitched in 64, 35 2/3, and 25 1/3 this year. Looks like a career minor leaguer to me. Player of the game has to be Juan Pizarro. He's faced 5 batters fatigued and gutted it out to complete the game. White Sox 10 runs, 12 hits and an error. Kansas City 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everybody. We have a few brave souls held on to the bitter end here. Okay, let's take a look at tomorrow. Tomorrow will also be a 1 p.m. start, 4 Eastern. Philadelphia Phillies at the Cincinnati Reds. That's going to be Chris Short getting the start for the Phillies. Sammy Ellis will start for the Reds. And that's going to do it for me. I'm going to jet over to Staples, grab a sandwich somewhere, and get a new color cartridge so I can make a proper hand-to-hand card. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Take care, enjoy the games, and have a great evening. Hopefully, see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.